Did you see him?
Where could Mona, Akechi-kun, and he be? We've literally looked everywhere.
This is our original reality, right?
I believe so, yes.
The meta-nav is gone. We don't even have a way to check anymore.
At any rate, there's no point in worrying about it here. We should work all of this out somewhere else.
You're right. Now that I think about it, we've been out all night too. So let's go to LeBlanc.
Huh?
Samire, let's go!
Oh, right.
I'm home.
You didn't tell me you'd be out all night. You should have at least gotten in touch with me about it.
I'm sorry, Sojiro.
We were kind of fighting a crazy, deluded psychologist in his own mental world, and our cat turned into a helicopter. We'll explain it later.
We're the ones who kept her out so late. We should be apologizing for her. And we're all back so early in the morning. We're awfully sorry.
Stop apologizing so much. Being worried isn't exactly on my list of favorite activities, but I assume you had a good reason for it, right?
Oh yeah, very, very good reason.
Have you seen him at all lately?
Him? What are you bringing him up for?
You know what his deal is right now, Sojiro?
Well, yeah. He's been locked up since last year.
Locked up?
What's going on?
What are you guys talking about?
So, without Akechi to take the fall for us, we had to take Saya's offer to turn ourselves in to testify about Shido.
Well, I was gonna ask you that, but now I'm getting a strange feeling that I've been seeing him until fairly recently.
Oh yeah, alternate reality memories bleeding in, you'll get used to it.
Anyways, why don't you all take a seat before I go over his situation?
So he's in juvenile detention.
Well, I need to stock up on a few supplies before I open up shop. Feel free to hang out here while I'm out.
Thank you. So, this is our original reality, right? Or are we in another different one now?
We've crossed over into the third parallel time. No, not really.
You know, these unexpected changes could actually be the end results of our actions in our own reality. Remember how he was originally planning on turning himself into the police? Then Akechi-kun did it for him instead.
But that took place in Dr. Maruki's reality, which means he's currently...
So everything that would have happened if it weren't for Dr. Maruki, now it's actually happened?
You know, what y'all are saying is starting to make sense. But in that case, in the real reality, I mean, the reality we're in right now, what happened with Morgana and Akechi?
Don't say it. Just like with my mom. Now Morgana's.
Did someone say my name?
This again?
Recycled gags suck! Why do you always have to get us all worried like that?
I do love how they kind of lampshade this. When Royal was new, one of the first edits I saw on the TV Tropes funny page was like, because of the events of the third semester, Morgana goes through his fake-out death again.
How are you here? Looks like it really was just the metaverse me who disappeared. Eventually, I woke up in Shibuya. Getting all the way back here took some time.
Come on, don't scare us like that. Oh, but wait, does that mean Akechi's...
What is it, Mona-chan? Well, about him.
No, I can't believe Akechi-san's really...
If you think back...
I'm a bit occupied, so do your goddamn job! Sorry to interrupt your little moment of triumph, but couldn't you have made yourself just a bit larger?
The last things he said to us were indignant and irritated. I don't think he would have had it any other way.
What the hell? So he was fighting that hard, knowing he was gonna disappear the whole time.
So he's incarcerated, and Akechi is... I thought I'd braced myself for the decision we made, but... this truly is a harsh reality.
But this is what we accepted, rather than accept an easy, happy one.
We all decided to live our real lives and look to the future from here. But even so... I just can't accept Senpai being stuck behind bars. Why don't we try to help him somehow?
Nice. I'm impressed with the idea.
Yeah, we won't put up with this injustice.
But what can we do to actually help him get out of there? I remember Sis telling me a while ago, in order to overturn a sentence, you need definitive evidence that proves the subject's innocence.
So you know what that means? It's Ace Attorney time!
So what you're saying is, we just gotta find that evidence, right?
Then we're on the case.
There's no time for us to waste. We're going to show off what the Phantom Thieves are capable of. One last time.
Let's show that even without our personas, we still have the power to change the world.
That's right. Let's go!
We're gonna save our leader no matter what it takes.
Yeah! Really?
Now, the events that are about to play out are mostly identical to the vanilla ending. I specifically didn't show them then, because I didn't want to spoil it for now.
Now that we know the name, all we need is an address. You're right. We'll succeed if we all do it together. Sis has yet to say anything, but I believe she's looking into possible actions as well. As for me, I will look into every viable solution. Thanks. Make sure you give my regards to Shiho-san. Oh, could we try getting their help as well? I'm sure they would gladly cooperate.
That would be a great help.
I'll leave that to you. We'll talk again tomorrow. Let's save him, no matter what.
I already told you. There was nothing wrong with his conduct. I was his guardian, so I should know best.
I mean, he did invite over someone in a maid outfit a few times, but I swear, nothing went on there at all.
I bet you're just trying to dig up some dirt. You probably want to pin a crime on him. But I'm not gonna let that happen. You hear me?
I'll announce his name as the key figure in the completion of the medicine at the next conference. I've heard that Miwa-chan's progress is going well.
Indeed, that's true, but...
I'm certain that this will help prove his good character in the trials. Please, I want to increase his chances of being found innocent as much as possible.
I see. So that's why.
You'll cooperate too, right?
And so we need to release an official opinion from this school to object his arrest to the police. You'll all agree with me, correct? What good are teachers if they don't believe in their students?
Kawakami for principal of Shujin.
Yeah, that's the kid. Also, you guys know someone in public security, right? Won't you introduce me to him? I have to protect him, using whatever means necessary. I'm begging you.
Just, don't go full Yakuza, EY.
Please, I beg of you. Please help me collect enough signatures. I want to help a friend who's innocent. He's a really good guy. He always fights for the sake of others. He's my best friend!
It's kind of a shame that's not really mutual, but Mishima tries. He tries.
So basically, the reason why we were able to come to our senses is because he saved us. And now he's in a crisis himself. I believe it's our turn to save him this time. But our words alone won't reach anyone. That's why I need Yokota-san and everyone's help. Won't you please protest the police with me? Please!
Please tell me if you know of this young man. I need testimonies from people to use in the special article in regards to him. Did he truly look like a boy who would cause an assault here?
Yeah, Oya went all the way back to the scene of Shido's assault. I love this here. It's just one of the reasons I think she's a better character than most people give her credit for.
There's a discrepancy in the other residents' testimonies in the court decision at the time. Please, you have to remember.
A certain young man is faced with a dilemma due to the unjust oppression by the government. He is suffering from a crime he did not commit. He is a promising young man who will support this country's future. What justice is there in a country without it being able to save such an individual? This cannot be allowed!
Look at the guy ranked #1 in these rankings. Isn't his score amazing? I really want to go up against him, but I heard he's been arrested for some crime he didn't commit. But I can't help him out with just myself alone. We need tons more people's voices, like on online forums and getting signatures and stuff. You have to say with me that it makes no sense that he's been arrested when he's done nothing bad. Please, please help him out.
Shinya's gonna use his pro gamer clout to get #FreeRen trending.
Yes, it's thanks to that young man. I would still be trapped in that awful match fixing if not for his support. And now, this honest gentleman is locked up in juvenile hall, despite being innocent. This time, I wish to be the one to come to his rescue.
Please, he doesn't belong in juvenile detention at all. I swear I'll make up for the missed practice. Please, let me take just a short break. Coach?
No deal.
But...
I've got a few connections up my own sleeve that'll probably be more useful than simply doing your own legwork. I'll also try calling around to check if any of my other trainees have some useful info. But if I do this for you, it means you're continuing practice as scheduled. Got it? I'm sure it's what he'd want for you too.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Iraguchi's still amazing despite her limited screen time.
You escaped the prison of the heart only to be imprisoned in reality. What a most ironic outcome. Your wish for others' happiness prevailed over your own. However, I feel as though all is finally well. In the end, you willingly chose the correct path. Most importantly, you never compromised your values for your own well-being. The final arcana you have acquired is the world. It is the power for an individual to stand on their own 2 feet, swayed by none. That power shall fuel the hope shared amongst your friends and yourself to strive towards a better future. With the world, you are no longer without a place to belong, and will never trudge a path alone again.
my own duties end here as well. You were truly a remarkable guest.
No more prison. I wonder what form the Velvet Room will take next time. I'm sure this isn't the last we'll be seeing of Igor and his attendants. And, hi Butterfly, you're here too. I wonder if that's Lavenza or if it's really the other Butterfly, Igor's boss.
Long time no see.
Okay, this is a weird time to mention this, but I can't end things without saying this. The necklace that Saya wears looks like the simoleon symbol from The Sims.
We met last on Christmas Eve, right? Never mind, it's nothing.
Yeah, you may have some weird dreams about meeting me at a time when your dad was still alive.
I have two great pieces of news for you today. First, we finally managed to prosecute Masayoshi Shido. He'll likely be found guilty.
Oh, right, that. Yeah, we kind of forgot about that being preoccupied for a couple of months.
I'm grateful for your cooperation with the trial. Your testimony proved to be very useful.
This definitely takes a lot of courage on Joker's part, because I've seen a lot of news stories about just how traumatic it can be for people to testify about these things and relive their experiences.
To be frank, it seemed almost hopeless at one point. But thanks to the civil protests, some of the more indecisive prosecutors came to our side.
And maybe some of the ones who'd been paid off by Shido were, realizing that he would probably have them killed if he got elected.
It will likely be some more time until the hearing begins, but this is the first step to true change. The only charges right now are for breaking election laws, breaking funding control laws, and bribery. I knew that proving the metaverse's existence would be difficult, but I still find myself dissatisfied.
It's a shame that Akechi isn't around, because then he could have actually said, oh yeah, by the way, I murdered a whole lot of people on his orders.
Shido did admit to all of his crimes though, including everything you know about. Now for the other piece of good news. As of today, you'll be free to go. Shido's confession brought light to the truth of your case. We were able to prove your innocence in the original assault charge that led to your arrest. Your sentence will no doubt be rescinded. You're a free man. The others did everything they could for you. Bringing in the woman who was the victim in your case as a witness was the turning point. To think they'd be able to track down someone involved in a case from well over a year ago.
I wonder who was the one who finally did that. Could have been Futaba, could have even been Oya.
That wasn't all. An unbelievable amount of support has come in from various other places as well.
Yeah, we got connections, and those connections have benefits not just in the metaverse, but in the real world as well. I like the way they actually use all the confidants in the ending like this. They actually show that both from being character witnesses and using their connections to help. Just none of the other Persona games have really done that.
Regardless, the righteous phantom thieves are gone.
Really? You sure about that? You know, I feel like they'll exist so long as there are people using the mental world in Tokyo for their own desires, and that's gonna keep going as long as the mental world exists, which it always will.
All that remains is for us adults to lead society in the right direction.
But it is true, Saya, you need to be the spokeswoman for the non-rotten adults out there.
Then again, I have to wonder if you believe what I say.
I trust you, sort of.
Thank you. Still, I'm glad I was able to save you in court. I've never felt so happy in my entire life. I'm not quite sure how to put it, but saving your future meant more to me than my own career. I feel like you even taught me how to live. That's not true. By the way, there's something that's been on my mind. What did the treasure of my world turn out to be? I suppose it doesn't matter now one way or the other.
It's heavily implied to be the police notebook that her father kept. Also, earlier on there was an implication of what Maruki's treasure might have been.
There is one more thing. I haven't even told Makoto about this, but I realized something after meeting all of you. My most prized treasure is the justice I use to protect those important to me. Makoto helped show me that as well. Once the Shido case is settled, I'm thinking of quitting my job and becoming a defense lawyer.
This is actually a really huge deal in Japan because as you might know if you played the Ace Attorney series, defense lawyers get very little respect in Japan, and prosecutors have a 99% win rate. Phoenix always acts like the plucky, determined underdog, but that's really how you have to be in their legal system.
I wanted to reform the system, but I'll have to leave that to someone else.
Hey, again, as Ace Attorney has shown, defense attorneys sure as hell can reform the system.
Going forward, I want to enact justice not for myself, but for the sake of others. Well then, I need to go submit the paperwork for your release. Thank you again for everything you've done. See you later.
Hey, you kept me waiting. Jeez. To be honest, I didn't really want to come, but Futaba just wouldn't stop bugging me. Anyway, you're a free man now, aren't you? It'd look bad on me if you did something again under my watch. All right, let's go home. It's cold, so get in quick. It's not moving at all.
Due to the railway incident this morning, widespread delays have impacted the various lines and...
Have we gone back in time?
Another accident, huh? Reminds me of that day back in April. Remember when we went to introduce you at the school?
Oh boy, that feels like such a long time ago now. So much has changed since then.
You never change, huh?
Well, admittedly, that wasn't a very good day.
Thinking back, I was pretty awful to you. Throwing you in that storage room all by yourself. And again, soon you're gonna be...
Yeah, I'm sure Sojiro's gonna miss us.
Made some great friends here. You better thank them when we get back, alright?
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna do that themselves.
Namaste!
Whoa.
You did it!
It has been a while.
Not bad. You look fine. I'm glad you seem well.
Well, this time, Sojiro's bringing us in the door. We're not pretending to be dead.
And the best for last, me.
Hey there, kitty, you're back. Good to see that you survived your disintegration a second time.
So we meet again. It's good to see you.
All right, so let's grab a table.
I gotta head out and grab some groceries.
I feel like we're missing someone here, though.
I'm sure you guys have plenty to talk about.
Now we're only missing one last person.
Well, yep, they're thinking my line of logic too.
She texted me a little while ago that she's finished with practice and heading here.
Okay, good to know that her I'm actually allowed to be in the plot contract didn't expire now that we're back in the original ending content.
I'm guessing she'll be here any minute now. Sorry I'm late.
And speak of her and she will arrive. I'm not gonna call her a devil.
Senpai! Welcome back.
All right, that's everyone.
Come on, Sumire, take a seat.
Man, it went well, yeah?
I'm so glad we didn't give up.
This was certainly worth the effort.
We didn't know what to do once you were gone. But then we realized something. Even if we don't have the metaverse or any other special powers, we can still change reality.
This is the other reason I love the everyone working together to free Joker sequence, because it shows this. It kind of doesn't, like, you might think that a lot of the themes about changing society are undercut by the supernatural powers, but this shows that that's not the case.
If we didn't do that at the very least, we'd be betraying the entire reason we stood up to Maruki.
We'll oppose the injustices of this reality with our own strength. That's what we all agreed upon.
Ever since then, we've been doing just that. Busting our asses trying to get you out of the clink.
Not just us. Everyone who believed in you joined us.
Thanks to that, we've got our leader back.
Right back at ya.
I feel like at this point, just Ren would be so grateful to everyone right now. I just can't even begin to think of how it must be to be in his position. Just everyone banding together just to help him.
They treated you fine, right? Actually, did you lose some weight?
It would be understandable. I've heard the food in prison is quite foul.
I mean, you barely eat anything, so how would you have any frame of reference?
So, what did you eat?
Was it bugs? Fermented mackerel? Or maybe durian?
You're missing the point.
You're gonna get some good food soon enough, though.
Yeah, he's Miss Sojiro's coffee and curry.
Boss is out getting stuff for our party right now. Come on, everyone's back together. It's time to celebrate.
I guess you really were hungry. Oh, and that wasn't you? Sorry about that.
Ah, it was Sumire.
Sojiro will be back soon. Just hang in there.
He probably knows to get extras for her by now.
Oh yeah! Sorry for not minding my business. But we heard from Boss, you're going back home next month? Can't you stay here? Sure, we proved you're not guilty, but people are still gonna label you there, aren't they? Ain't it just gonna be uncomfortable going back?
Besides, basically everyone who's ever been nice to us is here.
What's the matter? We were all so excited a moment ago. How about this? If our leader is leaving, the Phantom Thieves are truly disbanding, correct?
Not because of strikers.
Today, we can celebrate his release and commemorate the day of our disbandment.
One final celebration.
What kind of commemoration is that?
I was serious when I said it.
It sounds like a good idea to me.
I guess you're right. We just gotta double our excitement for today.
About that, there's something I need to tell you guys. I've decided to go with him when he leaves.
I'm sorry, but like part of me is just picturing everyone, or at least Ryuji, just thinking, oh, thank God.
He's pretty special after all. Plus, we need someone there in case he turns back into a delinquent.
Honestly, I feel like the one who's most likely gonna turn into a delinquent is Morgana, but yeah.
Leave it to me. Either way, I want you guys to add my farewell party to the one we're having tonight.
I don't know. Is that important?
You're not leaving for another month, right?
It is far too early for a farewell party.
However, you might notice the date there. In exactly 1 day, it'll be time for a certain other party.
That'll just muddy the purpose of this celebration.
Oh, how dare you! Sumire, at least you're on my side, right?
Me? Then, what say we call this a second round welcoming party?
That's the ticket, my re-welcoming party. Nobody can complain about that. So, for the food at my party, I demand sushi! Sushi!
Man, you guys are loud. I could hear you from outside.
Chief, they're so mean!
Noisy as always.
Hey, I'm not some normal cat!
I can't understand what you're saying to me, you know? Here.
Still think we should have taken him into the metaverse at least once just so that he'd be able to hear.
No, I would much rather have sushi than something like... This is delicious!
What an assertive little guy. I wonder where he got that from.
That's just part and parcel of who I am. The one, the only Morgana.
To be honest, this is probably an accurate translation of what most cats are saying when they meow at you.
Stop trying to talk so big. You're just a cat now.
Shut up! I don't need to hear that from some dumb ape.
What was that?
It's things like that. You get angry so fast. Oh, and you're vulgar.
You little... Why don't you go disappear again?
Shut up! We're supposed to be celebrating, not fighting!
Plus, I'm pretty sure everyone's tired of that gag by now.
They're at it again.
You guys never change, do you?
Seriously, that weirdo Inari.
Who are you calling a weirdo?
I like how she just says that with no prompting at all. He wasn't even talking then.
Don't worry. Being weird is just a sign of your individuality.
You don't need to defend him about that.
Well, anyways, we're all here now.
Well, with one exception, although it's a little ambiguous whether he actually ever counted as one of us.
Let's kick this party off!
Very well.
Sojiro, I want sushi!
And so, it is ambiguous as to whether we actually had sushi. I like to think we did because Morgana deserves it at least once. Yeah, well, that's gonna be a little interesting explaining it to Joker's parents. Oh yeah, we got a cat coming back.
But seriously.
They actually must know at this point that we were in jail as well. Also, they would have seen his... They may have seen, like, his face on the news, too. Yeah. So there's a whole lot of different headcanons about what Joker's parents are actually like.
Nice. Oh.
So, Morgana turned into a helicopter means no more beef ball shootouts. Well, I mean, yeah, but it was kind of a cognition about us when you made that joke about that before Kaneshiro.
So, how do we get up there? Can you turn into a helicopter, Morgana?
Morgana, attack helicopter mode now!
No, just a car.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably not gonna happen anytime soon. Nope, there's no way we'll ever see that again. But now it's time for Valentine's Day. If you have multiple people you're romancing, you will get multiple options for this. But I'm just going with one. There is a variant of this with the guys, I think. Or it could be unused.
Come on, let's go to bed. You're working at the shop from tomorrow onward, right?
And all of a sudden, it's fully voiced. Of course, the part where Morgana talks about going to bed is the part they decide to voice. And yeah, the fan site poll is back to do the Phantom Thieves really exist, and interestingly, it's only at about 50%. Oh yes, that courtesy thing is a reference to giddy chocolate or obligation chocolate, courtesy chocolates. It's the kind of thing that sometimes people get on Valentine's Day just because their co-workers or other students are obliged to give it to them, not because of anything romantic.
Oh, right. Today's Valentine's Day. No wonder there were so many guys bringing girls in here.
I'm pretty sure the changed interface for February 14th is new to Royal, though.
Don't you have anything exciting happening? I mean, you've been here nearly a whole year.
Oh yeah, we may have something exciting planned.
You know, when I was young, ooh boy.
Oh, when Jameson Price voiced this one line, he had no idea how much of a meme it would become.
Good evening. Sorry to barge in like this.
Oh, you should have just told me. Here, I'll leave the store to you. Enjoy yourselves.
He was quite considerate.
So was Morgana, he just left there with no context.
Welcome home, once again. I can imagine. But let me say one thing. I was scared out of my mind, you know? It was like you disappeared. And after that, I find out you turned yourself in? I forgive you. But you need to stop shouldering all the burdens on your own, okay? I want to support you, especially when you're hurting. We can get through our problems together.
I feel like this is relationship goals right here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to turn this into a lecture. That's not why I came here anyway. Chocolate. For you. I'm afraid it's not homemade, but...
Don't worry. For some reason, Joker has these ingrained, like, psychic memories of another Persona user that he met in a weird cinema, and he knows that homemade chocolate is a really bad idea.
Not that it isn't nice to hear, but that might be a little melodramatic.
So every possible love interest has their own chocolates, and I'm pretty sure there was actually someone, I think it was the completionist, who tried to get all of them. You actually do need to, like, reload and do separate playthroughs to get every single one of these, and that's just kind of insane.
We came back, right? We're in the real world this time? I've been studying hard. I'm looking to apply to law school.
Oh, wait, that and wanting to become a police officer?
My dream of becoming a police commissioner remains the same.
Alright, okay then.
Can I sit next to you? You're going back next month, right? Sure, just let me get my tickets.
It's worth a shot.
I wish. But our relationship can survive a little distance, right? Can I tell you something? When I was a Phantom Thief, I was driven by one goal: to help those who were unjustly suffering. And that hasn't changed, of course. That goal still keeps me going. But now, I have something else too. Now, I have someone I want to be happy. I want to stand beside them. Not as a Phantom Thief, but as myself.
Why is he being so...
Someone very special.
I don't know if he's probably not being oblivious. I think he's just making a joke. Meanwhile, Ryuji's probably seething with jealousy. Or he spent it with Arn. I'm sorry to all those who don't ship it, but that's my headcanon in this universe.
Perfect timing. You've got a guest.
Now, if you were on the harem route, you would have more than one guest, and there's a bit of a, let's just say, infamous scene that happens here.
Weren't girls supposed to give chocolate to the guys they like yesterday? Hey, are you going to be okay? My gentlemanly nature is making me worry about you.
Hey, what did you do? Outside the store? Is that... Whoa.
I saw the light on in here last night. Did you think you'd just try and trick this romantically impaired fool?
I was worried about you, so I came to check on you yesterday. You could have just said you were busy, even if you had to lie about what you were doing.
So you already have a favorite? I came to say hello yesterday, but when I looked in the window, you were with someone else. You dick!
Yesterday? Who were you with?
I got worried yesterday, so I read my own fortune. It said that you're seeing someone else.
You seem to be doing well. Did my little guinea pig forget to turn off his lights last night?
You're such a problem child. I left work early yesterday to see how you were, and I saw you with someone else. What the heck am I doing?
I got quite the scoop yesterday. A boyfriend caught cheating. I'm not very happy about it, though.
You were here with someone else yesterday, weren't you? Are you cheating on me? Please tell me it's not true.
Take it.
Take my chocolate, please, before I crush it.
And here I came all this way for you.
This was for you.
Here, take your chocolate.
There's no need to be modest. Just take the chocolate.
You can eat this, right? It's chocolate.
Here, it's chocolate. Got it?
Here's your chocolate.
Hey, kid, say something.
Are you making a fool of me?
Enough of this irresponsible behavior!
You're the scum of the earth.
I'm disappointed. Are you being serious?
You'll pay for this. Stop messing around.
So not funny.
This is absolutely terrible.
Oh, I was just about to go shopping. Take your time.
I'll see you later, if you survive.
Cheer up. Here, have this. What a pain, though. I had to come up with this whole web of lies for you. I was having him help out at the store. I didn't realize it was Valentine's Day. Don't worry, he always talks about you. You're his one and only. That was enough to get you off the hook for now. But make sure your story matches mine. Got it?
Sorry to bother you this early in the morning. I was wondering if you'd like this. There's no obligation, of course.
This, though, is actually exclusive to Royal.
You've helped me through a lot. I wanted to express my appreciation. Sorry for how this is coming off. I didn't mean for it to seem like I'm just dumping my leftovers on you. I'm the one who should be thanking you. So, thank you.
Well, look at this hotshot. Lucky guy having a gorgeous lady drop by this early just to give you treats.
Actually, it's kind of the exact opposite. This is friend zone chocolate.
I hope you don't mind that I stopped by today. No doubt you already got some from someone special.
Run, Ren. Run for the hills.
I should really be going anyway. Sorry to impose. And this is hardly the end of my debt, of course. Chocolate isn't going to cover all you've done for me. See you around.
I'm just picturing her sending one chocolate to us every day of the year.
Oh! I heard they finally turned you loose. I'm glad you're doing okay. I expected at least a phone call, though.
I'm not surprised he didn't call her.
Anyhow, you're free, and that's worth celebrating.
Of all the confidants not to call after getting out of jail, I feel like she's probably the one most likely.
I was hoping I'd get a chance to hand this over, so this is good timing. You know how it was Valentine's Day yesterday? It's just a token of my appreciation, so don't go feeling guilty about not getting me anything. How about you consider it a sign of trust from one comrade to another? See ya!
So yeah, in Royal you will be getting Giddy Choco from everyone you didn't romance. This is kind of your reward for not going the harem route.
We usually don't run into each other here, huh? Oh, yeah. This is for you. I was going to give it to you at school, but as long as we're both here, have some chocolate. You know, for Valentine's Day. As friends. Close friends. I'll be counting on you.
Morgana is like just going, yes!
Oh, Senpai.
Oh, her next.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ambush you like this.
Oh, I mean, we're used to being ambushed by Kamoshida in this hallway, so anything is better.
But this is yours, if you want it. It's chocolate. A token of my appreciation and respect. Well, when I put it like that, it sounds a bit too intense. Oh, please, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal at all. I just wanted to show you I really appreciate you putting up with me, and I hope that doesn't change.
Putting up with you? Don't put it like that.
Hello.
Yeah, I thought there'd be someone at school we hadn't seen yet.
I'm glad I caught you. I wanted to give you this.
This is probably the most painful one, but I like to headcanon that she's got over him by this point.
I thought it'd be best to wait until today. After all, if you got one from someone special, I wouldn't want to intrude.
Or maybe she hasn't.
You always do so much for me. This is the least I could give in return. Of course. We should get coffee again sometime too. Just let me know when you're free. Oh, I'm glad I got to see you. I'm relieved you're safe. On that note, I have a small gift for the occasion, if you'll accept it.
I wonder what all the other students watching this are thinking, just seeing this one guy get ambushed by all of these girls while leaving school.
Apparently these days, people give chocolate to friends, even when it's purely platonic.
Oh yeah, maybe that wasn't always a thing.
Seems like a fine opportunity to celebrate your return, and express my gratitude. I hope Shogi brings us even closer together.
Maybe we can, like, play against each other online when, you know, he's moved away?
Hello there. I knew you'd be here.
Oh, I don't mean I've been watching you. I just read your fortune.
Which is kind of another form of watching us.
Now that that's cleared up, please take this. It's to celebrate your freedom. And to say thanks for everything you do. If you ever need my power again, all you have to do is ask.
Well, if we ever make any new friends back home, we'll be sure to rely on your readings to make us get closer with them faster.
I'll always be happy to help you.
Welcome back. I wasn't sure I'd even see you, but I guess this is good timing.
I think this may be the first time I've seen her third semester outfit.
Here, take this.
It's pretty cool.
Figured you deserved a little appreciation. Who knows? Don't get your hopes up.
It's not like a new experimental drug.
Sounds like you've been through a lot. It's kind of a relief to see you're the same as ever. Remember, I'm pretty close by if you ever come down with something. Call whenever you need to. See you later then.
I know it's sudden, but could you watch the store? I gotta head out for a bit. Think you can keep an eye on things?
Oh, were you working? Sorry to distract you.
Yeah, I had a feeling they'd make some excuse to have Kawakami come.
I thought I'd stop by on the way home from work, partly so I could give you this. You've done so much for me, after all. I wanted to say thanks.
I'm so glad that the options here weren't the as friends or as lovers.
Oh, and I didn't get to say it at work, but welcome back. I'm glad you're safe. Oh, right. I whipped up a little study guide for the classwork you missed. It should cover most of the important stuff.
Of course you did.
If you're still having trouble with any of it, you can always ask me, okay? I'm your teacher. That's my job.
I'm glad she didn't feel bad about it like that whole situation with Takase before.
Anyway, I'll see you at school.
Just for a little while longer. Well, I mean, the school at Joker's hometown is probably not as bad as...
Oh, perfect timing. You got a sec?
Perfect timing. Not as bad as Shujin, so I doubt he'd have any awful teachers there, but you never know. He's probably going to miss Kawakami regardless.
Cool. I just wanted to give you something. Don't worry, not gonna make it weird. Just, if Sojiro saw, he'd get ideas and start freaking out. So, here you go. A chocolatey gift for my friend and squad mate.
I thought you said... I read that as squid mate for a second, but that would fit.
If you want to pay me back, I'll take a year's supply of instant noodles.
We can definitely afford that right now.
What? You thought I was serious? Relax. It's just a gift from me to you. 'Cause you're my key item, right? And you always will be.
Oh, this one's really nice, though. I just want them to hug now. Now it's a month later. Oh, we still get to hear Beneath the Mask once more. It's like, Ryuji wants to talk, that's not like him.
You sure you want me hanging around? I can step out for a bit if you like.
No, I'd prefer you stick around. Everyone I owe something to has got to hear this. I'm thinking about moving away.
Moving?
It's just... a hell of a lot's happened this past year, you know? It's got me thinking about the future. And how I still want to get back on the track team. That's why I want to move closer to a physical rehab facility. Get my knee fixed up while going to school. At the earliest, all this is gonna kick off starting next month.
I see. That is quite sudden.
Actually, I've got some news too. I'm in the middle of looking into studying abroad. Just short term. I've been wondering what would be the smartest move for my career, so...
You're moving too.
Both Haru and I are looking for places to live on our own, starting next month.
Oh yeah, you're both turning 18. I suppose that makes sense.
In fact, our moves will probably occur around the same time as Ryuji's.
So, you know, maybe we should look for cheap apartments near where we live, just saying.
I plan to keep learning about the business while also attending college. That's why Mako-chan and I were talking about how we won't be able to get together like we used to.
So, Haru and Makoto, I do believe, mention attending college in Strikers, so it's pretty likely that this is still canon there.
Are you gonna tell them too?
So... I passed the entrance exam. I'm gonna be a high schooler starting in April.
And this actually is canon to Strikers, definitely.
First high school, then college, then I can finally research cognitive science for real.
Just as long as you stay away from maybe the Nanjo or the Korijo groups. I get the feeling that their whole cognitive science research is a little shady.
Even you, Futaba? No, I apologize. I should be wishing you all the best of luck.
Nah, you do have a point. We are going our separate ways.
Yeah, but we're always going to be able to meet up, and it's nice they're all thinking about their futures. Even though this decision might be hard, they're doing their best to live their lives and think about their own happiness and earn it their own way.
Oh, you mean the bonds we all have? That's a great point.
It seems you're all taking great strides forward. I, however, will not be going anywhere until I've completed my current painting.
Please tell me it's not the Cubist Arn.
No matter how many years it takes, I will express this feeling that's grown within me since we first banded together.
That's still some kind of stride though, ain't it?
No matter what we may go through, or how many times we may stumble, we'll follow the path we believe in. That's what the Phantom Thieves are all about.
Stop trying to be such a cool cat.
I am not a cat! Yeah, I guess I am.
Once again, character development!
There's still no way I'm accepting Doc's reality, but if it weren't for going through that, I don't know if I would have felt this way now.
This is a subtle nod to the fact that this scene and all of these moments where the Phantom Thieves think about the future is exclusive to Royal. So really, if they didn't go through Maruki's reality, they wouldn't have been making these strides on their futures.
It's like following through with what I want to do in life. I guess I learned how to really believe in my future.
In that case, wouldn't you say Sumire learned the same thing?
Oh yeah, wait, she's not here.
I mean, she is at training camp right now.
And this training camp, I think, is what a lot of people find a convenient excuse for why she's not in Strikers.
Indeed. While her viewpoint may differ from the Phantom Thieves' beliefs, there's still much we can learn from her.
Oh, that reminds me. Sumire left something with me. She told me she forgot to give us this the other day.
I thought so.
Is that a newspaper clipping?
Guess it was lying on the ground when we got out of Dr. Maruki's palace.
This article!
It's the case about Dr. Maruki's loved one. The one whose family was murdered.
I'd be willing to bet. This is Doc's treasure.
Probably has the least monetary value out of any of them, which is maybe symbolic. It's just a scrap of paper, but yeah, this really was the start of his distortion.
So her case was the origin of Maruki's distortion.
Would you hold on to this?
We've all got to keep living with our eyes focused on our dreams. Otherwise, Dr. Maruki's gonna give us all kinds of shit.
Speaking of, have any of you seen him lately? I mean, he's definitely not dead, right?
You're absolutely right.
Well, I'm very impressed. You've all become quite mature. So let me throw you a little celebration in honor of the next chapters of your lives. Order whatever you'd like, on me.
Thank you.
Oh yeah! It's all you can eat and drink, people!
Huh? Boss, thank you for the generosity.
That wasn't what I said. Could you at least go easy on me?
He just realized, oh crap, I'm gonna be broke this month.
Whatever you guys want.
Woohoo! Great cheese! Aren't we lucky?
I feel like that might have been an improv session by some of the voice actors. Ah, hello. Yeah, kind of strange that you weren't with us then. But yep, one more picture for the thieves' den. And I'm glad that, yeah, it's interesting. So, like, if we took any photos in that semester when Maruki's reality was still in effect, I guess the photos remain, so, that's kind of weird. Yeah, she was still Kasumi at the time. Yeah, I'm sure we'll still support her. I see a future Olympic medalist in the making. So some people don't like the idea of the Phantom Thieves going their separate ways in Royal, but I still think it makes sense, and it gives more closure to their arcs. Unlike the original ending,
you ready for tomorrow?
Which was more focused on giving closure to the actual storyline, and leaving the Phantom Thieves themselves a bit open-ended. Granted, I like they all go on a road trip together at the end, but you know, I keep referencing Strikers, but there's already a road trip in their future anyway.
White Day. That's tomorrow, right?
So White Day is a Japanese holiday invented as like a reciprocal counterpart to Valentine's Day, where everyone who is given chocolate on Valentine's Day gives usually white chocolate back.
You got some chocolates on Valentine's Day, didn't you? And White Day's when you return the favor. The men do the gifting.
And yeah, it's typically the men doing the gifting, although I don't know if, yeah, I mean, Japan is still not very LGBT friendly, but I don't know how this works for same-sex couples in Japan.
What's your plan? You've at least got some kind of present ready, right?
Damn it, I'm so disorganized.
Get it together, kid. Sometimes I don't know if you're fearless or just plain careless.
Both? Let's go with both. Both is good.
Fine. Listen up, and I'll give you the recipe for the ultimate date.
Whoa. The chief has an ultimate date plan? I better listen in too, just in case.
First off, you're gonna need a gift. This won't work without one.
And this time, a motorcycle figure won't work.
Can't go wrong with flowers. Just make sure you buy them before the date. You gotta present them near the end. Surprise her. So you can't let her see you buying them on the date. Got it?
Huh. Gotta give them flowers, huh? I gotta take notes.
Next, think about where you're taking her. You're gonna want somewhere with the right atmosphere, but it's gotta be peaceful. Oh, how about that new aquarium exhibit in Shinagawa? Just saw a commercial for it.
Conveniently, that's a Royal exclusive location, and this is a Royal exclusive scene.
Might be a good spot, right?
The aquarium's a good place for a date. I see.
Morgana, if you went to the aquarium on a date, you would spend the entire time pouring at fishes on the other side of the glass, wouldn't you?
Now, once the date part's over, you gotta take her out to dinner. Somewhere nice, too. But it's kinda last minute to make reservations. All the fancy places get booked pretty fast around White Day.
And unlike Christmas, we don't have an omnipotent therapist out there to give us supernatural luck.
Okay, right. Too late to make any reservations. Wait, what?
Damn it. I don't usually do this, but I know a place.
Hey, after everything we've been through, this is fine, this makes sense.
Can't guarantee anything. I bet they're full up too. But you might get an edge if you mention my name.
Aha! The boss sent me, got it.
Wow, amazing! Chief has connections!
So once you're at dinner, you get to talking, enjoying yourselves. That's when you give it to her.
People are gonna take this out of context.
Good. You were paying attention. It's the perfect time to surprise her. That ought to do it. Just follow the plan and you're safe.
Wow, this plan is foolproof. Leave it to the chief.
Well, I taught you my secrets. The rest is on you. Do your prep and make those reservations. Good luck. On that note, I'm going home. Now it's up to you.
You should start prepping right away. Don't waste the chief's advice, all right?
Don't worry, we know what to do.
Let's see. The reservation comes first. You remember that restaurant Chief told you about?
Thank you for calling, sir. Were you looking to make a reservation?
No way, I can't believe this. That's DC Douglas, isn't it? No, we're not making a reservation at a place owned by a Kamoshida sound-alike.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid we're fully booked for tomorrow.
White Day is crazy, huh? But don't worry. All you have to do is mention the chief.
The chief sent me.
You're a friend of Mr. Sakura's? My apologies, sir. If you could just hold for one moment. Thank you for your patience. You wanted a dinner course for 2 on the 14th. We will have a table ready for you.
We're going to just call up the 2 we like the least and tell them they're going to be very disappointed.
Dang, the chief has serious clout.
Could I ask your name and contact information?
Okay, your dinner plans are locked in. Now you just gotta get the flowers, and then it's off to the aquarium and dinner. It's gonna be busy tomorrow, so we'd better get rest while we can.
Wouldn't be Morgana without encouraging us to get rest one last time. White Day has arrived.
Today's the day. Let's go get those flowers. I think there was a florist in that underground passage in Shibuya.
We don't get a chance to walk around school today. It's just flowers. But here's something important to note.
I'll just add this.
You can save while walking around on White Day. And at this point, if you're dating multiple girls, you actually don't have your love interest of choice locked in, so if you want to save here, you can reload to see multiple different White Day events. However, if you do this, be warned that if you choose somebody for White Day who you didn't spend time with on Valentine's Day, the game will make you feel horribly guilty about it. Oh, I don't think we're gonna cross 160 hours. So obviously we buy flowers at the sports store, right? I wonder if the line changes if you've never worked at the part-time job at the flower store. We totally buy flowers here, right?
No.
We totally buy flowers at the train. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure to show all of that. You only have a very tiny degree of freedom at this point. I still love Problem Child.
Oh, what brings you here today?
Well, you're fully voiced now, that's amazing.
I see. Okay, leave it to me.
Also, we've read Flowerpedia now, so we know more about the flowers here than you do. Just saying.
That should do it. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, that comes out to...
75 jillion yen.
Hold on. Let me cover this one. You've been taking care of me yourself, so...
A bit of a callback to Morgana's secret savings if you ever don't have enough money for the train fare.
I need to express appreciation for you, too.
Good luck! I'm rooting for you!
Okay, now you're all ready for the date. You know who you plan on inviting, right?
Who my girlfriend again?
Don't worry, I'm a gentleman who knows his manners. I won't be tagging along.
Unless you plan on inviting Arn, in which case I will, and scratch your face off.
Alright, good luck out there.
Oh wow, there's probably some kind of super dark Yandere and Morgana fanfic out there, isn't there? Yeah, here we go. So, you do get a choice here.
Something wrong? Huh? Okay. Thank God you said something. I was getting kind of worried. Today's, well, you know. Okay, let me get changed and I'll meet you there. It's beautiful. I've been to aquariums before, but they never seemed quite as magical as this.
I wonder if Justine and Caroline worked their magic when they were last here.
That was a long time ago, though. My father took me here once when I was in grade school. My sister would have gone, but I think she stayed home that day. Too busy studying for some exam.
Let me guess, your sister studied pretty much 24/7.
Hey, is this in return for Valentine's Day?
Maybe.
You really didn't have to go to all this trouble, but I'm glad you did.
Little does she know we didn't go to any trouble at all. It was all Sojiro and Morgana.
Thank you. Hey, are you hungry? I think we've seen everything here. We could go get some dinner if you want.
Actually, we have plans already.
What? Really? Well, now you've got my hopes up. I guess we'd better get going. This restaurant really is lovely.
You could say a friend recommended it. More of a dad, really.
You don't say. Sounds like you've got some friends in high places then.
Oh, well, you know, it's the exact same friends that you have in high places. He's a friend to all of us by now.
If you're trying to be unbelievably smooth, it's working.
That's my secret. I'm always unbelievably smooth.
Especially earlier when you went to the staff to get our reservation. You were so composed.
He was probably secretly freaking out that whole time.
That was the most adult I've ever seen you.
Well, you know, after all, I'm a dad.
Sorry, I need to step out for a moment.
Yeah, so if you chose someone else for Valentine's Day, at this point you'll get a text message from whoever you met on Valentine's Day. And Joker will just go, I can't answer this now.
Sorry about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this special day.
For a second, I thought that this thing was doing that switch thing where if you don't touch the controller, within a few minutes the screen goes dark.
We wish you all an unforgettable evening, with one last finishing touch from us.
But no, it's all part of the show.
What's going on? Wow! What? Thank you. Seems unreal, like something that only ever happens on TV. But now that it's happening to me, I don't know what to think. I'm just so happy.
And this time, it isn't that omnipotent psychologist making everyone happy. This is all us.
Is it because I don't have experience in these things? Would I know what to say if I dated someone before? Really? Well, either way, I'm so happy right now. I guess you planned today out to the smallest detail, huh? Thank you. Really. Now that I think of it, this is just like you. Whenever you go to this much trouble, it's always for someone else's sake. I need to start following your example. Thanks. Hey, do you have to be anywhere after this? If not, we should spend some more time together. Wait, I don't mean to come off as clingy or anything. It's all this romance in the air. I don't know how to deal with it. Still, if it's just for one evening, we can lean into it, right?
And so they had the cheesiest romantic evening ever. See you next time for the finale.